Hola. Hey everybody and hey to nobody. So I'm just being obedient, making a live. There's something on my screen. Sorry about that. All day long I keep having downloads. Let me invite some people into the room. Okay, I'm just inviting people. That's all. So. Okay, hey everybody and hey to nobody. But I'm taking the comments off because I'm like having a download. So hey everybody. So first of all, I want to say I keep having this song playing in my head. I know I've been changed. I just keep hearing it and keep hearing it. But then a message came through from the Bible. So it's the Psalms. It's the power of the Psalms. So I'm going to read what is coming to me. It said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He lead me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, my rod and my staff. They comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." So I'm reading from the power of the Psalms. It's 375 ways to use the Psalms for love, power, revenge, success, blessings, prosperity, and protections. Its purpose, rituals, and prayers. So, yesterday, Kobe Bryant was in a accident. And the energy of the day was kind of dreary here in Michigan. Well, it led me to look up what a blackmambo is. Because I keep getting messages about snakes. Not what I've been taught, what I'm supposed to know. Because my mantra is how I see it. That's how I give it to you guys. I'm on a journey. So it's how I see it. And if I start to cry, it's because I'm full. So when I read the 23rd Psalms, and the reason is it said it's guidance toward a peace-filled life. Whenever uneasy, this psalm, especially the 6th verse, will cause one to relax with sure knowledge of God's infinite wisdom and mercy. It says, in the moment of loneliness, no words or prayers can be more reassuring than the Psalms of David. And then it's for serenity and peace of mind. The most widely known and read of all Psalms can serve to bring comfort and solace to one who is most distressed. Whenever bereft or lonely, sit in a quiet place and read these mighty words over and over until the heart and mind have absorbed the true knowledge that none are alone unless God's presence is rejected. He waits for an invitation to come into our lives, but never fails to appear when asked. So when I say that, yesterday a message came through. Years ago I made 2 staffs, 2 rods. I was over at my aunt's house. I've told the story before that my aunt, my great aunt, and my grandmother are born on the same day. They married 2 brothers. They were born on May 25th. I'm born on May the 21st. So I've had many names. One of my names was Baby Jap. Baby Jap writes poetry. And how Baby Jap came about, because my daddy used to say when I wake up in the morning, I look like a Japanese. So Baby Jap came. When I got about 14, 15, whenever I got my first Prince album, I wrote all over the album, and I became Baby Jap. I'm unwrapping my sticks, or their spirit sticks. That's what I call them, because that's what my cousin taught me to call them. I thought they were wines. I thought they were all kind of things, and I'm just sharing my story. So there are spirit sticks. So the first stick I made, I was over at my aunt's house on Crystal Lake, and I just was being guided. I'm just being obedient on this journey, and the trees started talking to me, and it told me to pick up this and pick up that, and take pictures of the trees so that I could recognize later on. I had my friend Monica with me. And she was kind of rushing me, which she always does. But that's how come and the lesson there is, when you're on a spiritual journey, when you hear God speaking to you, you can't take your buddies, because you're not on your time. You're on God's time. So her rushing me, I'm hurrying up and trying to listen to the trees, but trying to be in the present with her, because that's what I was used to doing. And she said, come on. She just kept saying, come on, let's go. So the tree said, pick up this stick. So I picked up this stick. And then all of a sudden, a pine cone came flying out the tree and said, take this with you too, because I was rushing. I feel like that's my aunt's spirit, my Aunt Mary. So one day I was sitting on the couch with my grandbabies, and the stick called me and said, I need you to dress me. And it had me to dress it. And it came out like this. And it has carnelian, it has copper, it has red wire, it has hematite. It has all kind of stuff. It's just a real natural looking thing. Because I had plans for it. I was going to polish it and sand it down and everything. But that's not what it was supposed to do. So when I look at it, I see a warrior. And it was a test of obedience, because I had to take the stick everywhere with me. And I would put it in my bag and try to hide it. And I would try to leave her at home and stuff. And she wouldn't let me leave her at home. So because I didn't know, but it's not for me to know. It's for me to do. Because remember, I'm the transportation, I'm the body, Cassandra. So I did it. So because Cassandra wants to do a thing certain ways, I took a class at the Boston Tea Room, how to make wines and how to make the gems, because I had in my mind something totally different. So I took the class and I made this one. Well, I picked the stones that I wanted to put on there, but this stick is from Arkansas. And this is an Arkansas quartz. And this is my amethyst. And this is my black obsidian volcano glass. And I put cowrie shells on it, because cowrie shells represent the female. But it also used to be currency. But it also has the energy of water. So her name is, and it has a moonstone. So her name is Goddess. Well, later, and this is girlfriend. This is girlfriend and Goddess. And Goddess immediately gave me her name, but girlfriend never gave me her name. I didn't know who she was. And she told me her name was Princess Rodrika. Okay. Well, later on, I found out that they were my grandmother, and I took these to Tennessee. This is my grandmother. She is Goddess. And this is my aunt, my great aunt. This is girlfriend. Girlfriend and Goddess' birthday is May the 25th. So yesterday, me being obedient, I looked up my birthday. The meaning of my birthday. My birthday means in Mandarin, the numbers, they mean I love you. I might start crying, y'all. Because this is all I've been looking for my whole life, to be loved. Then I looked up 525. And being that this my aunt and my grandmother, that means love yourself. So when I read the 23rd Psalms and it say, my rod and my staff comfort me. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I understood that they are here to tell me to love myself. And the day that I was born, my number vibration is I love you. That's why I say I love you to people. I love people, and that is my purpose, to love. But also I'm supposed to have the freedom to love and to hear the voice of God in my ear. I'm not on anyone else's journey. I've always been told that you should do this and you should do that. And I keep hearing in my head how I see it, period. That's what my granddad used to say. He used to say, period. He didn't put a period. He said a period. So this journey that I'm on is for me, and it's how I see it, period. Well, thinking about, everybody was talking about Kobe Bryant and how sad it was. Well, understand this, you guys. We live in the valley of shadow of death. He's a shadow now. And yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I'm not afraid. I can't be afraid to do this. Everybody is going to oppose me. So yesterday, I deleted a whole lot of people. Oh, my lips is kind of ashy. I deleted a whole lot of people off my page, because let me tell you something about giving energy to people around you that don't deserve your energy. I started seeing things from family members that made me stop and wonder if they were talking about me. And that mean I was giving energy to even wonder, are they talking about me? Like they don't want to see posts on my business. Well, they didn't say my business. But if I'm intuitive, if I believe in what I do, then they were directing at me and talking about me. So because they are attached to me through blood, that don't mean they're friendly. That don't mean they're my friends. We have family members that probably were enemies in another life. Who knows? Because we cross. That's how come old people say, well, who is your kinfolk when you start dating? Because you might be mixing bad blood. You might be sleeping with the enemy and inviting them into your family tree. So I had to look at with discernment where this energy was coming from. This energy was coming from a place that I used to hate to visit. I used to hate it. When I say I used to hate it as a kid, because I feel like I was ostracized. So now that I'm an adult, am I going to invite that energy in? No, everyone got deleted. Everybody got deleted. If you're not down for this journey, I don't want to see. I don't want to hear. I don't want to feel no negative energy about what I'm doing. I'm deleting you. If you feel like what I'm doing is not for you, then I don't need to see you and you don't need to see me. So in my obedience, because remember, I am a spirit having a human experience. And my human has free will. And my human feels some kind of way. Regardless to, and my spirit lets it happen. Okay, let it happen. I got a reading from Candelo Cambyses. And he said to me, I'm the type of person that likes to try to hold a family tree together. I can't remember exactly the words that he said I'm like a shade tree. I want to, be the tree that cools everybody down, and not in a bad sense. He said, but you got an auntie, and this is just what he said. You can go on my YouTube and listen to it, because he gave me a reading and I posted it on my YouTube. And he said, but your auntie is negative, and she and he just was using auntie as an example. He wasn't saying it was he said, you know how you have an auntie. It wasn't no auntie in particular. It could have been a cousin. It doesn't matter. The point is, if you got somebody around you and they're negative about what you should be doing, you need to remove them. You do not need to be giving negative energy life. At least not in your life. Not a part of your daily. Because I feel like this. I talk to enough spirits. I have enough ancestors around me where I can say, fuck these on this side that don't get down with me. Because I'm their baby. Because some of them, nobody even thinks about them. Nobody even talks about them. They put you in the ground and that's it for you. Well, because I'm being obedient and because I studied the way I was supposed to. And 521 is I love you. It's Wo Ani. Well, I used to have, and how I remember it is how I see it. I used to talk to a guy, and he used to call me Annie. And he was like, whoa, Annie. Because when Annie comes out, she's something else. So I said, okay, but it means I love you. And then 525 is I Zuzi. Well, my grandmother's name is Susie, and I see I Susie. And it means love yourself. So in these things, I feel like these are my grandmothers telling me, and my great aunts telling me, my ancestors. These are spirit sticks. Somebody asked me one day, what was a spirit stick? It is the energy to remind me, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. For my rods and my staff comfort me. It's good to have somebody on this side, and I do have those that love me. I have friends and family that support me in this completely, and I'm going to cry and I'm sorry. But I'm full today. When I have a download, I have to let it go. And I'm not crying because I'm happy. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I know I've been changed. I can hear this in my head. I know that I've been changed. So, when the black mambo, me reading about the black mambo, sometimes I used to dream about snakes when I was a kid a lot. Sometimes snakes come to weed someone else out. Like it was a lady that called Kobe. She was doing a report and she said, that nigger. And she called him out. She called him a nigger. Well, you can't do that if you got a job where you reporting the news. Well, I said the black mamba or mambo or however you say it, he weeded it out. Because that's truly how she felt. That is truly how she felt. So now she gonna probably lose her job, or at least the media gonna make a speculation of her. Whatever. Sometimes the snake comes around to weed things out. It's also because I wrote some things down and say there is a change, and it said there is a change. No, that ain't what I want to say. It say. No, that's wrong. Anyway, that's wrong. That ain't what I want to talk about. That's something else. Anyway, the snake is very fast, which Kobe was, and the snake's energy is grounded. It's grounded. That's why it's on the ground. Well, that particular snake is one of the second most poisonous snakes there is, and I don't know why he called himself a black mamba. I guess because he was fast. That snake can slither around at 12.5 miles an hour. So that's really fast. And it's really long. It's not a big snake, but it can get at least 14 inches long. But average size is 8.5. So that's 8.5. So I had an incident where I feel like sometimes you have to go through something and you call people snakes. Sometimes you need to go further than what you've heard. Because snakes ain't what you heard. Just like coons aren't what you heard. A coon is very clever. A coon is very wise. To become a wise old coon, you got to be wise and clever to stay alive. So when they call somebody a coon, they might be giving them a compliment and not even know it. I'm looking for Kleenex, y'all, because I've been crying. But Dreams. Dreams have been coming to me because I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Dreams have been coming to me in the Bible. I keep hearing stick with tradition. Well, my family reads the Bible. My parents go to church every Sunday. I don't go to church because I feel like I have church on the daily. It's just how I see it. Excuse me. I have church my way. So how I see it is how I give it. So my spirit sticks, and I guess this is a part of my journey. I divine through the Bible because I get messages. I do dream interpretation. I make spirit sticks. I talk to spirits. Most time when you sit with me, if a spirit wants to come, it's going to come. And I like it better when I just give a message and then you come and tell me what it means. I did a reading the other day and I felt a lot of energy. I felt really mad and all that kind of stuff. And then when the lady explained it to me, it made so much sense. And a lot of this is to let me know that I'm not crazy because my human don't want me to let go and follow spirit. It want me to think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. That was another thing that Candelo told me. You think you crazy, you're not fucking crazy. I'm not crazy. I have a whole lot of sense. But I will not entertain those that want me to follow their path. I got a gift today. My mother gave me a photo album. Excuse me. My mother gave me a photo album that I grew up looking at. Well, pictures hold a totally different meaning for me now because it gives me a part of my journey. And it was a lot of pictures that nobody else had because my parents took the pictures. And I shared them. And I shared them with those that were supposed to have them. And I can't worry about if they're sharing them with somebody else or not. It doesn't even matter. But my spirit was just gave them freely. But then Cassandra jumped in because somebody told me, well, I shared them with such a... And my person felt like, well, I shared them with you. I didn't... That's the whole thing. I have no time to worry and fight with others when there is a fight within myself. So if I feel any kind of thing from somebody, they got to get deleted. I do not need that negative energy. I don't need that extra diversion, because that's what it is. People do things to divert you from your purpose. People say things to divert you from your purpose. People will tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that. And I thought it would be so different because I'm on a spiritual journey. So I figure, well, I can do this and do this. Well, then you'll hear, well, you ain't supposed to do this and you ain't supposed to put this on your altar. Let me tell you something. Then if you're listening to them, you're not on your journey. You're on their journey. Always remember that. When you feel good about something, and then somebody turn around and you tell your story and they say, well, blah, 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 blah. Do you remember the Peanuts, Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. That's all you supposed to hear. You don't even have to listen to that. It's just jibber jabber. Because if God is talking to you, listen to God. That's what I told my cousin today. I told her what my name means. What my birthday meant. And I told her the only thing I ever wanted was to be free and to be loved. I just wanted to be free to listen to the voice of God. And she said, yeah, you've always been a free spirit and you never conformed to what others thought. But I tried to. I've always tried to fit in. I don't fit in because I'm not supposed to fit in. I'm supposed to be free to do what I'm supposed to do. And what I'm supposed to do is to share my journey, how I see my journey. I am not supposed to do what you do unless God tells me to. The Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth, or basic information before leaving earth. It's nothing in the Bible that tells me I can't do the tarot cards and use the Bible. That's man saying that. God doesn't say that, else he would have never had it revealed to me. So I don't listen to what other people say. And if, because I'm public right now, if you get this message and I'm stepping on your toes, and understand, I'm talking to you. Because that's the only time things bother you and make you feel uncomfortable. As I say, my daddy, he get to doing like this. If it's itching your ass, scratch your ass. It's bothering you because I'm talking to you. So I still love my family. The vibrations of 521 is I love you, but I don't have to like you. In my person, I ain't got to like nobody. In my purpose, I love everybody. That's why I heard there is no strangers. I'm here as a reminder. I'm only here to remind you everybody got a journey. Oh, my lips seem so ashy. That's why I don't like doing labs and stuff. And that's my person. My person is trying to distract me and looking at my lips and stuff. Because if I wasn't looking at my lips, my person would be reading the comments. That's why I take it off. But I just wanted to come and share. I gave a bunch of pictures out today. Pictures that nobody else had seen. Because I was obedient yesterday. And I was gifted some very priceless moments that happened. And then that made my parents tell me who I was looking at and how people are connected, and some of the stories in our families, because snakes are also about secrets. 525 is about secrets also. And I know that there was some secrets with those two little ladies. I know it for a fact. And they're very good at, people are very good at burying their secrets with them. But everything done in the dark is going to come to light. And there is a sacrifice in everything. If you read the Bible, you know that Jesus was the sacrifice through blood. There is a sacrifice in everything. Maybe I'm the sacrifice for my family to understand that I am not the first in my family to have this gift. I am just the one that has stepped out on faith. I'm obedient first. And then I have faith and hope that my obedience will be rewarded. So I don't worry about food, and I don't worry about clothes, and I don't really worry about money. That's because I don't always get money. But Cassandra worry about money. We don't listen to her a whole bunch no more. I guess that's all I got to say, because it feel like I'm rambling on and I'm getting hungry. I know that's when the spirit is kind of leaving me. When I start to get hungry, my flesh starts to get hungry. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Y'all read the Bible. You ain't got to go to church to have church. I have church on the daily. That's why I say happiness every day. And I'm covering up Goddess and Girlfriend. I also have a stick, and it is my best friend, Audrey. She died in 1985. And I know that she is my staff. And I see her all the time. So let me tell y'all this. When you riding down the road and you see your birthday, I always tell people this. Know that you are on the right track. Because the universe speaks to you through your birthday. That is unique to you. Yeah, somebody else might share the day. But it's not too many times that you have somebody born at the same exact time on the same exact day, and when the moon was at that same degree as you. That is unique to you. That's why it's important to know who you are. And in knowing who you are, you have to look at your natal chart. You have to look at the lines in your hand. If you can see your feet, look at them too. But know you before you know all others. So knowing me, and knowing that all I want to do is be loved and show love, I feel a whole lot better now. knowing that these spirit sticks told me who they were long before I knew what they meant, it lets me know that I am being obedient, because it took maybe 3 years for me to understand that Goddess and Girlfriend were tied to my grandmother and my aunt, and their birthday meant love yourself. And that's what they always taught me, to love myself. So before I just go ahead and boo-hoo real hard, this is Cassidy of Cards and Conversation. I am on Facebook, YouTube, and IG. And I also do a podcast on Anchor. I also make a couple of products. Colloidal Silver, Cry Naturally. I make Magic Mist, which is an aura spray as well as a hair moisturizer. It can be a room deodorizer. It helps with anxiety. It helps with protection. It stimulates. It's a stimulant. It's the rosemary in it. It just, to me, it stimulates peace and calm. Because sometimes we need something outside of us to bring us back down. And as y'all can see, I be all over the place. So my spray really helps me. I'm also a rain gatherer. And right now I have the new moon, the first year new moon, and the full moon rainwater. It rained both days. And that lets me know that I'm connected with the universe, because it's just, isn't it a coincidence that it always rains when there is a moon cycle that I need to gather? Yvette posted it on her page. Stop thinking one day you'll realize they're not coincidences, and you'll realize just how powerful you are. Know that you're powerful. Happiness every day. Peace, y'all. I love you. Woe, Ani. See you.